And here we get to give you some of the trending things happening on the paper, the headlines and all of that. Let's start with the Daily Trust this morning. If you look at the window page here, it said lackluster Nigerian reached knockout stage after beating Guinea-Bissau. That's in the AFCON match that's going on there. The Northern Senators consider legal action over planned relocation of CBN and fan officers. Of course, there have been some rumors and tussles over this action here to move some of the federal agencies to Lagos State. And there seems to be a reaction at the federal by some senators, probably northern senators, of course. Then how we are living with threat of bandits, FCT Niger communities. The rate of banditry in Nigeria have doubled or maybe tripled since this government came on board. I mean, we are seeing recently, because like somebody said, this has been happening in other places, but it has come to the city center. We're seeing people being kidnapped every day, a lot of killings out there. So this is FCT community being threatened by Niger state here, being threatened by this whole incident. But let's come to the major page here. It says Tinubu pushes for Kwankwaso Ganduje reconciliation. APC chair meets Kano stakeholders on Thursday. Yes, that is the president here. There have been this friction and fracas between the former governor of Kano State, Kwankwaso, Senator Kwankwaso, and the current APC national chairman. Then there seems to be a push by the president for reconciliation out there. So they say the APC chair meets Kano stakeholder on Thursday. We'll get to see how that is going to pan out there. Then let's look at 335 dead, 2,055 injuries recorded in traffic accident in 1 month. That's coming from the Road Safety, Federal Road Safety Civil Corps out there. Then dad backs life jail for sexual assaulting 3 children. Oh my God, this kind of assault goes on in the nation. Wow, such a terrible action by a father out there to his own children. All right, let's quickly come to down here. It said murder, Nabila backed first class. That's what Uncle is saying. Let's quickly look at the Punch this morning. At the window page, CBN may raise bank capital to 900 billion. That's what the report is saying. Then reducing cabinet will affect performance. Tinubu insists. There seems to be a call to reduce the number of cabinets, offices, so that we can manage costs of governance. But Tinubu is saying here, if you look at page 22 of the paper, that if that is going to be done, then it will reduce the level of performance, of what the government will be putting out there to better the nation. Dangote's men hit 10 trillion capitalization, page 25 of the paper. Down here at the major page, it says most adoptions in Abuja, others not reported, victims' family. So that means a lot of what you see out there on TV, on paper, they are not fully reported. So these are victims putting out there that there are a lot of adoptions that go on that are not being recorded in the media space. Okota, others gain notoriety as kidnapping hotspot in Lagos, while kidnap cases are underreported as AI private investigators. You can find that on the pages of the Punch paper. Then NSCDC destroys 4 river illegal refineries. Makinde presents Ibadan explosion report to Tinubu. Then dead, injured corpse family get 41 million in Nasarawa State. Then road crashes reduced by 22% in 2023. Let's quickly come to the Vanguard paper. Rumors over relocation of federal agencies to Lagos. Northern senators fought relocation of federal agencies to Lagos. Kick against lopsided allocation. Distribution of funds in 2024 budget to NAD. Fought relocation of federal agencies to Lagos to engage executive NAS stakeholders. Afenifere slams northern senator, says they should be concerned about result. It's myopic, unpatriotic for not to lash FG. That's what MBF is saying out there. All right, on kidnapping, Tinubu approves emergency procurement of tracking equipment. Then doubt here, daddy don't allow them to kill us. Father of kidnapped sisters recount daughter's ordeal in captivity. This is a very sad one here. You can find that on page 8 of the paper. Then Rivers crisis, confusion over conflicting court orders. Over 1.1 million new COVID-19 cases recorded in 28 days globally. That's what World Health Organization is saying out there. Then FG federal government to governors to suspend nuisance taxes nationwide, says presidential committee. Quickly, Daily Sun is saying on the window page here, Supreme Court judgment, a magistrate court denies 38 protesting women bail in Nasarawa State. On the window page here, insecurity, Obi Bode Judge and Middlebelt Forum raised alarm, says kidnapping banditry have worsened. Page 6 of the paper. Down here, river crisis deepening as court voids state's 2024 budget, redeployment of clerk and deputy clerk and others. Governor Fubara to represent budget to legally constituted assembly. Drama in Plateau Assembly as 16 sacked PDP members vow to resume legislative work. Tinubu running inclusive government, says Khan. Then Glory was serving staff with millions of naira. Okay, that is what is on the major page of the Daily Sun. Let's quickly come to Guardian paper. On the major page here is a varsity hospital in darkness as FG $105 million power project flops. Terrorists in military uniform, about 30 persons in Castina. Terrorists in military uniform. You say about 30 persons in Castina. These are things that needed to be handled appropriately. So we know who are those who are our security chiefs and those who are the terrorists. We can be able to identify them. And again, I wonder, I don't know how they get to have access to some of this clothing that they put on. No wonder, in one of the papers here, the Minister of Solid Mineral was saying that we know those who are behind kidnapping and banditry. But the question is, how are you not picking them up since you are the government? All right, then quickly, let's come to this day. Dangote remains African richest as Forbes unveils 20 Africans richest billionaire in 2024. African billionaire, the face of his the dollar billionaire Odetola also surfaces in that list. Yeah, I think he's number 19 in the list, and this is Rupert and Sawiris. But Dangote remains on the number 1 in the list according to Forbes report. Odetola returns to ranking, name among continent wealthiest. Congratulations to Odetola out there. Of course, Dangote have been bagging this for years, so it's not a new thing out there. All right, let's come to then up here, court to Fubara by withstanding all suit. You've admitted wrong and liabilities. That is what the court, liability, I beg your pardon, that's what the court is putting out there to him. Then leadership paper, Supreme Court verdict, anxiety as sacked Plateau lawmakers vow to resume. Well, they want to take the bull by the horn, of course, saying we must do the job. If you like, you sack us. If you like, whatever it is, but we're going to do the job out there. Then on the window page here, it's a court declares Fubara's 800 billion 2024 budget illegal. I don't know how that become illegal, but you can find more of that on page 7 of the leadership paper. 3,478 repentant terrorists reintegrated in 7 years. CDS are putting out there. Okay, then bandit in military uniform kidnapped 30 in Katsina State. We need to find out how this is happening. How do they get access to the military uniform? Let's take 2 or more, 3 papers, and then we'll wrap up this. On the pilot here, it says window page, court nullifies Fubara's budget, bars him from frustrating state assembly. We know those behind banditry. That is the Solid Mineral Minister. Speaking out there, I think Solid Mineral Minister retraced early statement, insists of powerful Nigerians behind banditry. And then, okay, I think we're going to wrap up this here today, talking about the Minister of Solid Mineral making a statement about knowing those behind banditry. And then the question we are putting forward to him is, if you know them, you pick them up. Because is it that they are bigger than the government, or the government is bigger than them? And we know what the former military leader said, Sani Abacha, late Sani Abacha now, saying if there is an issue of insecurity in the state, within 24 hours, within that span, then the government of the day knows something about it. So that still remains, and we hold that in high esteem. I'm Austin B. Jusinam. This is 7 Vendor.